It is going to put us on the world stage.
Literally hundreds or thousands of various law enforcement officers and public safety officials, all whose mission is to keep everybody in our city protected.
We like to call ourselves the Bold North.
In just a few months, Super Bowl 52 is headed to Minnesota. How is the city of Minneapolis prepared to host one of the largest events in the world? And what will this mean for Vikings Nation? I'm Rana Kamal. This is Our Issues, Twin Cities. It's one of the world's biggest events.
We are pleased to announce that Super Bowl 52 will be played in Minnesota.
And in less than 200 days, the Bold North will be hosting Super Bowl 52.
Okay, Minnesota, now you're on the clock.
Everyone I've talked to has just been so excited to be able to put our city on this world stage.
Spencer Cronk is the city of Minneapolis's coordinator.
Minneapolis has changed so much since we last hosted. We've grown considerably, our demographics has changed dramatically, so we are excited to put and showcase our city on that national and international stage.
The last time we hosted the Super Bowl was in 1992. How will Super Bowl 52 be different?
Well, you tell me. The Super Bowl has certainly changed dramatically in the last 25 years. It's just a bigger event, and so with a bigger event, as we've seen in the last few years, we want to make sure that our city, which I know can really embrace the largeness of the event, can live up to that challenge.
Today, the scale and scope of the Super Bowl has changed tremendously. Since the city received the bid to host the big event, preparations have been underway.
Everything is about the preparation for ensuring that the event itself goes seamlessly from a visitor experience. So we have been preparing for almost a year and a half with our public safety partners, our transportation partners, and also the NFL and the Minnesota Super Bowl Host Committee to get a sense of what they're planning, what might go into this, and what resources might be needed from a city perspective.
Hundreds of people are working behind the scenes to make the high-profile event happen, including 28 committees.
Our job is to really engage the community in all the planning. So we're working on everything from transit and transportation plans to all the parties and events that'll go on around town during the 10 days of festivities leading up to the game.
Andrea Mokros is the Super Bowl Committee's VP of Communications and Events. Houston hosted the previous Super Bowl, Super Bowl 51. What did you guys take away from their Super Bowl that you'd like to apply to Super Bowl here come February 2018?
Houston did an excellent job of hosting Super Bowl 51. They welcomed 1.3 million visitors over the course of the 10 days. Our market is very different from Houston. We'll be in a winter climate. Our stadium is the most urban in the league. We're standing in a park out front instead of a parking lot, which most stadiums have. But we want to use all these to our advantage to really welcome all the guests and have them experience every aspect of why we love living in the Twin Cities, even during the winter.
Over the course of the 10 days leading up to Super Bowl 52, Minnesota will expect up to 1 million visitors from all over the state and nation. And with terrorism on the rise all over the world, including here in Minnesota, security has been top priority.
With the size and scope of the security operation for the Super Bowl, this is certainly not an operation that we on the Minneapolis Police Department can handle ourselves. In fact, it's beyond what Minneapolis, St. Paul, and Bloomington can handle.
Commander Scott Gerlicher says he's been working with other officers from around the state and region to help handle security for the upcoming Super Bowl.
As you might imagine, security be very, very robust. You'll be looking at literally hundreds or thousands of various law enforcement officers and public safety officials, local, state, and our federal partners, all whose mission is to keep everybody in our city and our area protected, and to include things like aggressively investigating human trafficking, both prior to and leading up to the event and during the event period.
With the high caliber of people expected to visit the Twin Cities, Metro area prosecutors and police anticipate hundreds of girls and women will be sold for sex during Super Bowl week. Organizations are working hard to combat trafficking leading up to the main event.
Whenever there's a large event, whether it's a Super Bowl or any type of large event, the chances for any type of crime may increase just because of the fact that you have more people in the community. However, what research has shown, according to the University of Minnesota, is that trafficking does not increase to the same level that many people or the public perception thinks it would.
Beth Holger-Ambrose is the executive director of The Link, who work with youth and families to overcome the impacts of poverty and social injustice, including victims of sex trafficking.
What is the Link doing to combat the issue of sex trafficking during the Super Bowl?
Link's working in partnership with the Women's Foundation in Hennepin County, as well as the other service providers in the area. And we created two things. We created a prevention campaign called I Am Priceless to roll out prior to the Super Bowl to try to help young people who are at risk of becoming trafficked be able to get to them before the traffickers do.
The Link will also work with other providers to create increased intervention responses, such as more street outreach teams scoping for sexually exploited youth and adults.
We're seeing it as a huge opportunity to talk to the public about the issue of sex trafficking, that it's an issue 365 days a year. It's an issue leading up to the Super Bowl. It's going to be an issue after the Super Bowl is gone.
Terry Williams, the Women's Foundation of Minnesota's Vice President of Strategic Initiatives, has been collaborating with law enforcement to end sex trafficking in the Twin Cities.
We're really looking at, for the Super Bowl, building up to it, continuing arrests, continuing to do the work that law enforcement is doing, and then really connecting law enforcement with service providers so that service providers are working closely with law enforcement so that if someone is picked up who's been trafficked, they get the kind of care and trauma-informed care and treatment that they need, and that also then law enforcement is able to arrest the buyers and arrest the sellers and make sure that they serve the time that they have coming to them.
What resources will be available for victims around the Super Bowl?
We will have drop-in centers. We'll be expanding their hours. We're going to increase the number of beds that we have in the state. We're going to make sure that there are lawyers available so that if people need legal advice, they can get that.
What measures is the city taking to keep people safe?
You'll see a very uniform presence of police officers throughout the city. There'll also be other resources that you won't see. We'll be beefing up the technology we already have in place, things like cameras. We already have a very significant camera system here in downtown Minneapolis, but we'll be adding to that and doing a lot of things to protect people as they are waiting in line to get into stadiums. There'll be obviously screening points to get into some of the venues and things like that. It will all play into a multi-layered approach of security for everything related to Super Bowl.
When we return, Vikings Nation weighs in on what it means to be hosting football's biggest game.
Blair Walsh from 27 yards left hash. Snap good, spot down. Walsh's kick is up, and it is no good. He missed it. Are you kidding me?
He's the voice of the purple and gold.
It's a fantastic job, a brilliant opportunity. It's my first play-by-play job at any level.
We're super excited. Thanks for joining us. Pete Bursage, Paul Allen.
Paul Allen has been broadcasting Viking games since 2002.
Who's the man behind the microphone? Who's Paul Allen?
I pride myself on being who I am. You know, I'm pretty emotional personally and professionally. So therefore, the ability to feel life the way that I do, and as a 51-year-old man, really still to see sports through the eyes of a 15-year-old is who I am.
His fans call him PA, and to many, he's one of the most emotional, high-energy, play-by-play broadcasters today.
Whether it's the radio show, calling races, doing Vikings games, you know, I really feel those situations, and I share it with the audience.
It's no secret, being a Viking fan is like a roller coaster ride. And for Paul, he's seen the good, the bad, and the ugly through the years.
Do you have a favorite play?
2009, week 3 against the San Francisco 49ers. We had been beaten up pretty significantly during that game by Mike Singletary's 49ers. That was the year Brett Favre was here, and you knew it was going to be a really good season. The final offensive play for the Vikings in that game was a miracle pass back right of the end zone to a player named Greg Lewis, who had just joined the team. And it was his first catch with the Vikings.
As for his least favorite, most Viking fans will unfortunately remember this one in 2003.
We were at Arizona, and if we win the game, we win the division and go to the playoffs. If we lose the game, we're out of the playoffs, and Green Bay goes to the playoffs. So we're playing this bad Arizona team. It's 4th and 20-something. They have a quarterback named Josh McCown and this no-name receiver named Nathan Poole. And they throw the proverbial Hail Mary into the end zone, and he caught it. It was unbelievable. I'll never forget it.
The Minnesota Vikings have been to the Super Bowl 4 times, but never won a championship.
Do you think that this is the year that the Vikings will go to the Super Bowl for the 5th time?
Vikings have a chance to go to the Super Bowl. I'm not going to say it's a very good chance. I'm going to say it's somewhere between good to pretty good. Okay. You know, they were 8-8 last year. I like the team a lot. Really like the quarterback. Love the head coach. Love the rookie class. The defense is one of the best in the NFL. And, you know, in the way the head coach Mike Zimmer likes it, this team is under the radar. Off our 8-8 last year, the way things fell apart, we are under the radar, and that's a good place to be. So this is a very good Vikings team. To get this team to the Super Bowl would be unbelievable. Not only the fact of getting to the Super Bowl, to be able to play in the Super Bowl at US Bank Stadium, are you kidding me?
That would be huge.
That would be unbelievably euphoric.
And it would be the first time in history a host team makes it to the Super Bowl. It's also the very reason fans who bleed purple are crossing their fingers that this just may be the golden year.
Go Vikings!
Go Vikes!
What would that mean to you if we make it to the Super Bowl for the 5th time?
I would take many loans to go get tickets and be at the Super Bowl because that'd be a once-in-a-lifetime thing. The first team to have home field advantage during the Super Bowl, it'd just be something. It'd be unbelievable.
With the Super Bowl in the horizon, the Vikings will kick off the season next week against New Orleans and former star running back Adrian Peterson.
So what are you most looking forward to this season?
I think I'm most looking forward to just seeing the story unveil. You know, each season has its own personality. Sometimes you come into the season like 2010 with super high expectations and you're terrible and you don't make the playoffs. Sometimes you come into it like 2015 off a 7-9 season and people think, okay, you're going to be okay. Then you go 11-5, you win the final game of the year at Lambeau and you win the division. And then you get into the playoffs and sadly you lose on a kick that should have been made. So each season has its own personality, and just watching it unfurl and the stories that go into it and the emotional nature of the game, I'm really into that. And I'm really into watching people strive to goals and get past plateaus people don't think they can surpass, and just kind of following that story.
Up next on Our Issues Twin Cities, 10 days of celebrations leading up to Super Bowl 52.
More than 20 years ago, Minnesota hosted Super Bowl 26. That year's celebrations lasted 4 days leading up to the big game.
My head's on fire, I'm a lost face. In a crowd I try, but I'm
Now with 10 days of celebrations, Super Bowl 52 will be much different.
Essentially now the Super Bowl has become a production.
Yes. So a lot of the ideas that we actually came up with in 1992, that NFL experience started here as punt, pass, and kick. And it was a local activation. They loved it so much, they've carried it forward, and now it comes home.
What kind of events can we anticipate during the Super Bowl week here in Minneapolis?
Lots of family-friendly activities. Super Bowl Live, which will be headquartered downtown Minneapolis, will be the free and open to the public public festival, kind of the entryway to the Super Bowl festivities, things like concerts, activations, food and drink. The NFL Experience, which, as I mentioned, used to be called Punt, Pass, and Kick when it started here in 1992, that will take over the convention center. It's about a $35 ticket. It gets you in all day, very family friendly, tons of activities, hands-on, and also great content, autograph signings from players, so an opportunity to get up close and personal. There'll also be things like Radio Row, where broadcasters from across the country will take their shows, and you can actually stand a few feet from those broadcasters and see them interviewing your favorite celebrity, your favorite football player. So again, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to stand just feet from football greats.
The big game will take center stage in one of Minnesota's coldest months. But that's not stopping the bold North in making Super Bowl 52 one to remember.
What is the city doing to lean into that and help visitors embrace the cold weather?
What's amazing is that our city and our entire region has embraced this idea of our winter. And we are not ashamed about calling ourselves the Bold North. And so whether it is our winter activities, things that we can be doing outdoors, really allowing our visitors to experience something that many have never experienced before. Build a snowman, go ice skating, do the lope it and get on cross-country skis for their first time. These are really things that we want to make sure that our visitors are taking away from the Twin Cities when they come visit.
We like to joke that you can't hide February. So instead, we're really going to embrace it. And we want to showcase how we really live outdoors no matter what the temperature is. We enjoy winter sports, lots of unique winter activities that don't take place in a lot of other American cities, things like the Winter Carnival and its Ice Palace, the Luminary Lope-It, and really showcase all that our market has to offer and what makes us unique from warmer climates that typically host Super Bowls.
And for those who just aren't sure they want to venture outdoors, Skyways will be open to the public to move around town. With each passing day, February 4th, 2018 is right around the corner.
This is much more than just a game. How excited are Minnesotans to be hosting the Super Bowl for the second time?
Everyone I've talked to has just been thrilled that we are hosting this. It is going to put us on the world stage, and we are an incredibly diverse community. We are an active community. We have tons of stuff going on. Minneapolis has changed so much since we last hosted. We've grown considerably. Our demographics has changed dramatically. So we are excited to put and showcase our city on that national and international stage.
We live boldly, we have a bold stadium, and we're going to use that to make a lasting impression on our guests. We want them to have great meals, experience our great arts and culture, see this stadium that is really unique in the league, and walk away thinking, wow, I want to go back and see Minnesota again, maybe in the summer this time.
And the fans couldn't agree more.
It's helping everybody, being polite, not causing problems, making sure the visiting fans are okay, and if there's anything we can do for them.
Win or lose, still here, right?
Minnesota nice.
Yeah. Paul, you've been with the Vikes for nearly 20 years. What do they mean to you?
Calling Minnesota Vikings games when the team is winning, honestly, professionally, there's not much better. I mean, I've been at the racetrack, I've been in Canterbury Park for more than 2 decades. I've done the K-Fan show for nearly 2 decades. And those jobs are blessed jobs. I love those jobs and the people with whom I'm associated. But the football team plays once a week. So you have the entire week to get excited for it, kind of know what the plan is, watch the plan become unveiled, and then you win or you lose. And then working the K-Fan show, I deal with the public. They're either incredibly euphoric and happy, or they're over the top negative and mad and sad. So now I kind of have a therapeutic Davenport of love that I lay out for them on the radio. We talk the thing out together, and then we get on to the next game. So, I think working with a team that is in it for a common goal to get to the Super Bowl and living that with them, unless you experience it, you just really can't know what I'm talking about.
Now, the 10 days of celebrations leading up to Super Bowl 52 will kick off on January 26th here in Minneapolis, and many of the events will be free to the public. Thank you for joining me this week on Our Issues Twin Cities. I'm Rana Kamal. See you next time.
Promotional consideration for today's edition of Our Issues was provided by The Link and the Women's Foundation of Minnesota.